What's up? What's up? Let's get into part number one. What makes you magical? Alright. I don't know why, but these piles do remind me of the thumbnail reminds me of the Moonology deck. So I would get those out, but I ain't even plan to. So I'm not even gonna get my big ass up. We ain't even gonna do it. What makes you magical is your discernment. You navigate through obstacles well to get what you want, and I feel like you get what you want a lot of the times, or you get at least 65%, really at least 75% of what you want. It might not be it. You can't have your cake and eat it too, the whole thing at least. But I feel like if you don't eat the whole cake, I feel like you get at least 2 or 3 slices out of the cake, and it's good enough for you. I feel like this good enough for you attitude is something that makes you magical, meaning that you speak a lot of gratitude over yourself and over your life. Like, you may not have everything, but you have exactly what you need, the basics. And let's be real, we could all be grateful for having the basics, because there's some people that don't even got the foundation at all. I feel like what makes you magical is even when you don't know, you really know. And that goes back to that discernment too. Like I said, some of you guys, you get down to the meat of the feeling, you get down to the meat of the problem. I feel like what makes you magical is you can have clear sentience, you can have clear audience, and you can have clear cognizance as a clear. Because something about you getting clear information is also pertinent, and also you speaking truth too. A lot of people be thinking that everything gonna be tea when they lying, but things don't be tea, and you don't predict your life good, and you don't have good intuition if you're a liar. So I feel like you tell the truth, and I feel like you're an honest person. You do honest work for a living as well, and I feel like you work honestly, and that's something that makes you magical, because sometimes when people know that they have a certain type of privilege, they will take that privilege as a pass to not work as hard. Some of you guys could be very attractive, but you don't make your attractiveness. You could be ether real attractive. Like, you could be that type of attractive where they be like, God took his time with her for real, or him for real. But it's definitely coming out that you don't make that a focal point. Like, you're just as smart, you're just as intuitive as you are beautiful. I feel like you really embrace change. You have no problem with change. I feel like you change your mind, you change your attitude, you change your look often, and I feel like you go with the flow. You're able to change directions. You guys could be a water sign. You guys could definitely be a fire sign as well. Scorpio being significant, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And not Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but double Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, since I said it again. But Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo is also coming out here. Yeah, you guys work hard on your manifestations. You guys manifest well. I feel like what makes you magical is that you guys could have roots in this type of lifestyle, and you don't know it. And what makes you magical is you didn't know that this was a family trait or this was a family thing, and you still went with it. You didn't know, but you still went with the flow. What's magical about you is you have a strong submission to the spiritual realm, and a strong spiritual submission to God himself, or who you view as a higher power. That's what's coming out for the spiritual realm. And then we have another 8 here. Yeah, we have another 8 here with the 8 of Swords in reverse. And then we also have the Fortune Teller coming out, which it just lets me know that you guys are always in like a blissful state of knowingly being knowingly unknowing. Like, you know that it's a reason why you don't have all the details, but you trust what you do know enough to get to the bottom of it, right? So, let's get into let's get into more on this magic side. What type of magic does our pile number one people hold? What kind of magic do they hold naturally? You guys naturally hold sexual magic. You guys have a strong lure to you guys. You have a lure around you within your community. People see you as being something that people see you as being a cheater too. People see you as being somebody who is promiscuous, but people who really know you know that it's not that you're being promiscuous, it's because other people are lustful. So people, your magic could come from you being people seeing you as a trap, like a siren, if anything. Yeah, like you're very smart, like you know how to get people. People feel gotten by you. Oh, that sounds crazy, but people do. People feel like I'll never get trapped in by pile number one's magic, and boop, they got you. People feel like when you walk away, for some reason it doesn't feel good. Like the situation could be maybe they walked away from you, or maybe they felt like your energy was too much. But what they always feel is if you walked away, like you allowed it to happen. Like people feel like they're just in love with you. It's something about your eyes. It's something about your face. Heavy on you could be a reader, or you could have those type of capabilities to read people. You could have the Welcome to Dairy. Y'all know the Shining effect. You guys could have the Shining. I'm actually going to take the time to get into that universe to see the lore behind it a little bit. Because people acting like it's so fun. And I mean, why not, right? So we have the Hierophant here. So it's definitely giving me like, you guys, it's a lot that you know, or a lot of things that's unknown about you. You could have a suitor here, or you could always have suitors that want to get close to you, that want to know more about you because they see how enchanting you are. That's actually the word. You're very enchanting. People, and then for some of you guys, people could feel like, because a lot of people don't realize, just because like you're not in your true energy doesn't mean that you won't ever get there. Because what I'm getting is some of you guys are not in your true energy, and even though you are enchanting, but some people are saying that you're coming off as scary. Like you're beautiful, but in a scary way. In a way that is actually a little bit unsettling. In a way that's like, you know what, I want to keep it here, but not more so there, because I don't know how I'll be able to handle it. So some of you guys, people feel as if they can't handle your beauty. So Medusa, that's something that could be significant too. So y'all definitely share, definitely subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Alright, let's get into our pile 2 people. What makes you so magical? What makes our pile 2 people so magical? What makes our pile number 2 people so magical? Spirit. What makes you so magical is that people see you as paving some type of way. They see you as being on some type of journey. I don't know why I'm getting the wise men. You know, they're on a mission. They don't know what type of mission, but all of them have came up on some type of unanimous conclusion. Something about you being very wise. Something about you, it's either claircognate or clairsentient, where you have clear knowing. You don't know how you know, but you know that you know. What's magical about you is that information sneaks to you. Information will get to you the way the wind can get under a door, or the way an ant could get through the crack of a window, or the way a fly comes in when you open the door just a little bit. It's something about that as well. It's something about your angels being connected to you regardless. It's something about it's definitely giving me the verse in the Bible where Jesus is like, there is no separation. If you want God, you have him. He's there. Whenever you reach out, he's already grabbing your hand. It's something like that. You're very protected. Your energy is very you get a lot of information. You channel through a lot of information. I feel like what makes you magical is that people realize how magical you are after your distance or your silence or you leaving them or you turning over a new leaf in your life that doesn't include them. Then at that point, people realize how what you said mattered or your perspective of them was actually correct or what you said at one point in time actually was right. Like, it's something about that that's very, very, very significant here. We have the Temperance card here, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah, what makes you so magical is that you guys are literally, like, you guys are on a, you guys could be, y'all give a missionary vibe. You're here for a mission, and it's not just any one mission or anything like that. We have the Apprentice of Swords coming out. You're always up for the challenge, or either you're down to chill. You guys are a conduit, for real. Because it's definitely giving me, you do what's needed to be done. That's very accurate. That's something that's very accurate with you. Like, if it's no work to be done, you're not working. If it is work to be done, yeah, you'll do a little work here and you'll do a little work there. But you're not doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, you guys. I thought I got a message. Let's see. We got the Death card here. Four of Cups. Four of Wands. Stability is real, like, that's, yeah. That's your signature. Stability is your signature for real. Like, no matter what, you always have what you need. You always are needed, period. Like, you have some type of service that you're always able to offer at all times. So your money is never funny. Or even if it is funny, it's never getting funnier than what God will allow it to be. And if it gets funnier, you know you're going to come out with something, probably a bigger bag. Okay, you got the Four of Cups with the Four of Wands. Some of you guys are very, very, very temperamental, very, very, very particular, very, very, very funny acting, very, very, very wishy-washy. And it's not that it's out of malicious intent. It's not that you're trying to be mean, ugly, rude, none of that. You have to protect your energy. You have to watch who you're around. You have to really be particular about, who you have around you and what's going on around you and who you dealing with. Because a lot of people don't realize that negative energy can affect you even after you leave wherever the negative energy was. You can carry that energy home. You guys know that. Some of you guys are like, y'all know how to do a good cleansing. Y'all know how to purify. You don't play that game. As far as your money, you focus on it. You don't have, like, when it comes to your money being funny, you really don't play that game. Like, once your money start getting funny, you're addressing the issue. You're making plans. You're assisting it. Okay, let's see what kind of magic you do have. see. What kind of magic does pile number 2 have? Ooh, you have the magic of love. Everybody loves you. Everywhere you go, people love you. People accept you. You guys are the type of people you could go out of town and people will treat you as if you're a local. People, I feel like people don't like that about you. I feel like people don't like that about you because they're not accepted in the same way. That's really what I'm getting. People don't feel as if people feel like you have privilege, but maybe they be trying to figure out why do you have privilege, or if they're like, okay, so this is why. I'm getting this strongly. Somebody saying, oh, so is this why pile number 2 is getting privilege? Because if so, I got that too. But it's really not that. It's really not a competition on why people are treating you differently. What it is people see you as being genuine. People see you as being somebody who is not out to receive or to get something from somebody. And it's really them allowing envy and jealousy to take over when it comes to whoever you're dealing with in your private life. But I really feel like it's really an issue for some of you guys. Like, you really have an issue with keeping people around you because your energy, your aura is brighter than theirs. I don't know. Maybe they need to do some healing work like you. Maybe they need to consult you about what's going on more. We have the 3 of Pentacles coming out in reverse, in upright. So maybe that's the in reverse giving me that. Maybe that's a sign that the energy is going to be low. But anyway, it's a confirmation, because I was going to say anyway, you probably don't need to collaborate with these people because these people don't want to work with you. They want to work against you. And Spirit ended up saying it anyway. Yeah, with the 7 of Swords right next to it. So some of you guys need to do a lot of moving in silence like lasagna. And then do a lot of lying about you don't know what's going on, or you don't know. Do a lot of pump faking. Basically, act like you don't have the winning cards, knowing that you do. Act like you don't have a plan, knowing that you do. Do what you do best, which is keep to yourself, mind your own business, stack that cheese, go get that money, and guess what? Do not leave without it, okay? Because I'm definitely getting that vibe from you guys, like, people just don't never know they don't never know what your next move is. That's the thing. They don't never know what your next move is, but they're always feeling this vibe like it's on purpose. And of course it is. So y'all like, share, subscribe, pile 2. We finna get into pile 3. What makes you magical? Let's see. What is making our pile number 3 magical at this time? You guys are beating addictions. And when I think about people beating addictions, you're beating demons. Addictions, to me, it's a demon that's associated with them 9 times out of 10. And you guys are beating them. If you're smoking cigarettes, you're beating the demon of being impatient. And if you're smoking marijuana and you're stopping smoking marijuana, you're beating the addiction. You're beating the spirit of feeling like the restlessness spirit. Because to me, a lot of people smoke marijuana to get rest, or to feel more relaxed, or to feel more comfortable. I feel like the opposite of that feeling, which is the demon that's trying to attack you, which is why you're using or being addicted to that, I feel like you're beating it. Like, I feel like some of you guys are getting a grip on who you are in the spirit realm. Because this is such a new show and everybody's watching it or being pressured into watching it, we're going to talk about Welcome to Derry for the umpteenth time. But when Halloran was in his spiritual realm, and he was in the lair of Pennywise, and Halloran's grandma who knew that Halloran had this gift, she told Halloran to keep his box safe and to keep it locked up and to keep it tight. He had the box locked up with chains and around it, everything. Pennywise laughed in his face and he flicked the chain. The chain came off as if it wasn't even really secure. See, and that's where pile number 3 begins. People, the security that they didn't think you had, you always had it, right? People could be saying that you don't know. Oh, let's say you have a drug addiction, a real life drug addiction. People are saying that you've lost your mind. Maybe it's not that you've lost your mind. Maybe it's you lost your grip. And the way you're finding your grip is by continuously losing your mind until you find that grip. Right? It's people I know, I've met them. People who said that they were struggling with hardcore drug abuse. And one day they said, you know what? That's enough. I don't have it in me to do it anymore. I know plenty of people who've done it. Ex-prostitutes, ex-drug addicts. I knew so many people. Like, y'all, I grew up with so many people in the church that their testimony was, and the pictures prove that had to been their testimony, and they were turned around. Paul is our testimony that you can be turned around. I feel like what makes you magical is you have always been chosen, but you have always chosen to be cool. You have always chosen to be silent. Or, yeah, definitely silent, because you guys picked the most clear moon, the clear depiction of the moon. I guess pile number 2, you could say that's a setting sun, or a sun that's, about to go down. They could be seen as a 6 o'clock sun or a 7 o'clock sun, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's the time of the year. But pile number 3, I'm definitely seeing that it's some type of who you are in the dark, who you are when it gets quiet, right? I'm definitely thinking that you being able to walk away, you being able to flip the script, and you being able to, do this quiet. But because if you've seen these cards, this is a black background to maybe a phthalo blue background, to maybe a sky blue background, to a mint blue background, to a mint blue / really a mint teal color. So that's showing me somebody who is used to letting it go, letting it flow, right? Your magic is very wild. I can tell you that, because you're the type of person, if you're falling, you're going to let go because you're already falling. No need to waste no more energy, right? I really, really, really enjoyed the fact that you guys, the tower moment, what did I say? Whatever tower moment is happening, you know that you can't stop it. That's not in your power, but you invite it. That's your magic, inviting the unknown and allowing it to shape you and transform you, not knowing to what degree you're gonna be different. And then in some way, I'm also feeling that you're very wise and not you may think about who you used to be. You know that song when they were like, but sometimes I still think about, and it's like, baby, when you're wishing for. Dun, 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 whatever that song is, and people that's the reminiscent song. Like, y'all don't really reminisce, because it's like you're like, I remember who I used to be, but who I am today is better. Like, and it's always that, you know what, I remember who I used to be, I remember that, but who I am right now, that's really him or her, right? You don't have any regrets. That's like, I feel like your magic trait is that you are unapologetically human. You realize that it's only so much that you can control. But what you can control is you. And even though I do get that you make bad decisions, you always try to right your wrong. Very masculine of you. Feminine or masculine. It's very masculine of you to be very accepting of the fact that you can only change what you can change, and accepting what you can't accept, because a lot of people cannot accept what they cannot change, and they spend a lifetime looking one way in one direction. You know what I'm saying? When it's a whole other directions that's waiting for them to try. We have the Seven of Swords here. I feel like what your magic is the fact that because you do live in your humanness, because you are very accepting of yourself, self-love has to be one of your magic traits, because you really forgive the fuck out of yourself. Even when you make stupid decisions, you're like, I don't even know why I did that. You know what? I do remember why I did that. And it was the stupidest reason ever. But I did that. I learned from that. And that won't get done again. You're very smart. You're very wise. I feel like when it comes to relationships, because you live in that human state, and you feel real human emotions, and you don't suppress them. You feel what you feel. You allow that emotion to slowly dwindle out, and guess what? You back cooling. People in this pile, I know relationships that are not genuine don't last long in your presence, because of the simple fact that you pick up on every emotion. You pick up on everything. It's like somebody entering. It's like you're a gator. You're in the water. You minding your business. Maybe you sleep. Somebody enters the water, maybe 50 feet away. You know it because the water moved. You feel the vibration in the water. You feel the smell of the water change. You be on the shit. Some of you guys, y'all have clear discernment. Definitely giving me, oh, y'all. It's a Claire dealing with smell. It's a Claire that's dealing with smell. And it's also a Claire that deals with taste. So some of you guys have that Claire. Some of you, back in the day, I could walk out the house and tell what type of vibe it was going to be. I was a kid, but I could smell it in the air. The air was different. And I knew that meant something was going to be different. I didn't know that I was getting trained back then, but that's what I used to smell. And sometimes in my adult life, I will get certain smells where I know it means certain things. So I feel like that's the key right there. We have the Page of Pleasures here. So yeah, I feel like you live life to the fullest. I feel like you could be you have the Eight of Swords with the Eight of Swords with the Seven of Cups, with the Two of Cups being a foreshadow. And that just lets me know that you guys live life like you're never going to live it anymore. Not saying that you do everything that you want to do, but the things that you figure will enhance you, or the things that you figure will make you feel good, or will make you feel something, or will be harmless, I definitely think you pick those options. I feel like you are a risk taker in your private life. I do feel like you are a shy person, though. I do get that about you. I do get that you are ambivert. But I feel like you prefer to rest in your introvertedness and save your extrovertedness for people that you know and people that you understand. And I feel like your magical trait is you could be a time traveler, or you could have those type of traits. You could have reincarnated here from a different time period, or reincarnated here for the last time after many time periods. But I do feel like the information and the magic that you know comes from you've been here before. It comes from that's why you're so human. That's why you're comfortable knowing that I'm not the only one doing this, or I'm not the only one doing that, or just because I did this, it doesn't make me the only person in the world that's like this or that. It's kind of the same spirit, and don't take me out of context, but it's kind of the same spirits that pure monsters are born out of. Not that, this terrible monster was birthed into this generation, more as if this monster is a monster that has been around for a long time, that picked this time to come about. That picked this situation to be tagged back in. And I feel like even in the same but in the opposite way For even though some of you guys may relate to that, but I feel like it's the same way about who you are. Like, you're a healer, you're a person that is, people are able to be you, or the people who want to be seen are seen by you. The people who feel like they can't be seen by you are then too seen by you, and they feel as if they can't hide. They feel uncomfortable because it's like, did they see that thing that I've been hiding for 10-20 years? You know what I'm saying? Did they see that insecurity that keeps me cheating on my wife to feel something? Did they see that insecurity that keeps my hair done every week? That keeps my nails done every week? That keeps me going to the start laying on that table every other year after I get pregnant? Like, it's giving me that. Like, you're very comfortable with you. You're very it's just giving me, you're very optimistic. Even if you're not optimistic, you're like, I'm not optimistic at this time, but at some time I will be optimistic. Your magical traits are very vast. It's not just one magical trait. You guys are, it gives me voodoo doll, a human voodoo doll. It gives me human conduit, because sometimes I feel like that, because my main ride or die clair is the claircognizance, is the clairaudience. But, you know, sometimes I'll get the clair taste or the clair smell, or I'll get the clair feel. Like, I don't know, I just feel this feeling about this vibe, about this. Or I know, like, it's just, it's always something, I'll be honest. When it comes to being spiritual, it's always something. But y'all like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all later.